All right, let's take a good look at this. We're looking at the 1 hour chart here. Those that correction, the segregation is the same that we had on our analysis. This is correct, hopefully. There's an internal 1, 2, that 3 this time here is finished. It is finished on the premise that we have a very stronger, much stronger correction in the sterling yen. You'll find that you really have a good correction in the sterling yen, very good buy opportunity there. So we have some strength in yen, and that strength in yen drove dollar down earlier this morning. That correction we did relate to the fundamentals behind it, where what was happening on the Chinese stock exchange. So there was some strong selling and the index was down by 5%. Of course, it showed in the yen. Foreigners would convert to yen, and the yen strengthened against the United States dollar early China time. This is over now. So are we going to be able to see this level 117.5? This, of course, because we had some negative momentum on the 15-minute charts, would mean that it's a degree 4 correction. You're seeing the correct segregation here. There's a higher degree 1, 2. Internally, there's a 1, 2. All of this has been a 3 and a 4 and a 5. This could be higher degree 3. There is a 4. Maybe this just does an A and a B, and we get to see these levels. 117.5. Our buys 117.23. Excellent buys. We get the same level for the levels for the projection of the correction itself. This is projected right from the top of the market all the way down to the bottom of that correction was 117.68. will give you projections of 127.2, 138.2, 161.8. These levels showing here between 117.5 all the way down to 117.26. If we get these, they are absolute grabs. It is possible to see this before FMOC tomorrow. We're moving now inside of an Elliott structure. We can see this, and therefore a retest of the lower boundary of that Elliott structure really takes us to 117.5 and 117.25. If we manage to buy these full size, the stop is just below level 2, actually 115.8. At 117.5 and 115.8, you are looking at 170 points. Profits are lucrative, of course. We are looking at 119.3. We're looking at 119.8. We're actually looking at 120 gradually, naturally. All right, this is again a degree 3. So what's been said with the United States dollar against the Swiss franc going into tomorrow, if we cannot get an entry into these levels, the current market is 108.05. So most probably we will not be able to get these levels 117.5 and 117.23. Tomorrow early Asian morning, we would want to buy the pivot level. This is today here. If we had bought the pivot level, the market's already up, and that is about, we would have filled pivot today. That pivot and just 50% between the pivot and S1. Very clear, that was all you could actually get in this market. You're looking at the live chart here. The market just did the pivot level, 50% between the pivot and S1, sorry. We're still on negative momentum, but we cannot expect much, seriously. We're still here. This is a live 15-minute chart. Theoretically, we can see 117.5. We can see, remember these projections, we have them on the side. You're really looking at these projections for the whole move. 1, 2, 3. This is an A, there's a B, there's a C. Theoretically, you can see 117.4 and 117.5, but I wouldn't really count on it. That C may not fall all the way to 127.2% and 138.2% below level A. You want to buy into level 4, unless again there is more selling on the stock exchange tonight. There is going to be selling on the stock exchange tomorrow night. I'm sorry. It will show on the yen, but I doubt that it will show on the United States dollar. Anyway, if there is some selling tonight in anticipation of what's going to happen tomorrow, raising interest rates, maybe we get to see this 117.25 and even 117.10 and 117.5. If not, if you're not filled at these levels, then early Asian morning tomorrow, you really would consider maybe it's best to buy pivot level, and 50% between the pivot level and S1 should see us filled. So I don't think we're gonna get to see these levels. We're having a 5-minute chart. we had a cycle extreme and now we are moving higher, so